A tremendous response to our last chat when you came on the Andrew Eborn Show. A lot of people wanted to hear your views on the burqa ban.
Well, I'll tell you my views on the burqa ban. The burqa and its increasing prevalence in the United Kingdom is a function of unbridled immigration coupled with multiculturalism, which, for those who aren't familiar with the term, is basically the protection, promotion, and celebration of other cultures within the UK without any aim to integrate. It is a symptom, along lots of other symptoms, of a breakdown of cultural homogeneity in the United Kingdom. But the burqa is also two other things. It is an outright rejection of British culture. It is not consistent with the evolution of our very delicately balanced liberal democracy, which emancipated women, of which we should be very proud in this country. It is a complete slap in the face to that emancipation, the hundreds of years that it took to create that emancipation, as I say, therefore, to British culture. It is also, in my view, unmistakably an outward representation of the repression of women, against which I think just about everyone who's listening to the show, if not everyone, stands against. We all believe that men and women are equal. I think that's the sign of a civilized society. And so I am against the burqa. I'm against the niqab. The hijab is a different matter, but I have a real problem with the niqab and the burqa. And now, whether we should ban it or not is something I'm prepared to have a debate about. What I would rather do, Andrew, is get rid of the root causes that see the increasing prevalence of the burqa on our streets. I would get rid of the DEI regulatory framework and the legislation that underpins it. I would obviously reduce immigration dramatically, and I would have a positive vision for integration in the United Kingdom. I would take very many steps on a holistic basis to ensure that the burqa disappeared of its own volition, if you're with me. And in a sense, calling for a ban on the burqa is not really dealing with the root causes of the problem. It's like putting a sticking plaster on an ailment rather than dealing with what's caused the ailment in the first place.
Right.
But I'm against the burqa. If I had to give an answer in 2 words, I'm against, or three or four words, I say I'm against the burqa.
And if you were in Parliament and had to put a vote for it, and people said, we're voting for banning the burqa, would you support that?
I would have to support it. Yeah, I
Okay.
would rather deal with all the root
Causes, yes.
causes
No,
and
you've made
nail
that very clear.
those. Yeah, yeah. But if it's a choice between that and nothing, then I ban the burqa. Yeah.
Okay.